So this selection came about as part of an under-23 project for the World Championships that was going to be held after Henley. So what the idea was is that we would come together with 2 other guys and form a composite boat. There were 2 Leander athletes who were very good and us 2 from Oxford Brookes. We came into the boat on probably the Monday and we were racing on the Wednesday, so it was an uphill challenge, but we always like a challenge.
Off the blocks, especially on the start line on the Sunday of Henley, you know, it's the final. You're always going to feel a bit of nerves, but nerves are good. You know, they get the best out of you.
We knew off the start the conditions were a strong headwind against us, and as a lightweight crew, it always leaves us at a slight disadvantage compared to the heavyweights. So we knew that they would most likely have a good start.
Go! When they punched out in the first 200 metres to, you know, about half a length, I had to focus on making sure that I just kind of kept the best rhythm that I could set up, and making sure the guys could get their power down as best as possible. But the good thing is that we held our own mentality quite well. You know, we didn't let it affect us, and we actually stepped on really well in the second half. As you can see here, they pulled out a very, you know, quite sizable lead.
We had a race plan. We knew exactly what we wanted to do. Coming to halfway, you know, we were going to push. We were going to try and bring back, and I could see through that no one was giving up.
Yeah, at the Forley box, I felt that was when they were the furthest in front of us, because I was starting to feel their wake as well. Obviously, played a bit of the tactical game and moved into our water slightly to rough us up. But the good thing is I felt that we held firm throughout that. I think Joel made a call actually when we were coming past the, was it mile and the eighth? And the mile and the eighth box. I felt, well, I had to bump the rate up, so, you know, we definitely, I was hurting pretty bad at that point, but, you know, everyone is. I thought when we started to bring it up, I could feel the power in the stroke seat, that they was being really backed up really nicely, and that we were able to build. There's nothing like the crowd on the weekend at Henley. It hits you pretty well in terms of, you know, giving you that extra bit of a spurt.
The thing for us is that it was our first full track race, and it was all about seeing what we could do in that last bit. Even though the cards were down, you know, we were physically exhausted. We were going past the finish line. Obviously they crossed the line first, and obviously you can hear that, and it's a bit devastating. You know, we have several more strokes to take before we even actually cross it ourselves.
Henley was not the be all and end all, despite, you know, how we wanted it to be.
Right. It's a fantastic challenge, and I think
we did pretty well for the city.
All things considered, building through from the Monday, jumping into the final, getting to the final. You know, unfortunately not quite making it, but we were pretty happy overall. Yeah.